Hi, and welcome to Untethered with Jen Roth, the podcast that's here to help you free yourself from the crap that's holding you back so you can claim the life you're meant to live. I'm your host, Jen, and in this episode, we are going to talk about what in the heck lights you up. Let's dive in. Hi, friends, it's Jen. What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, hey. I think I just totally combined two 90s songs. You know what lights me up is just being a total goofball, being silly, being goofy. Silliness is one of my biggest values. I was actually having a session yesterday, a theta healing session. I don't know if you've ever heard of theta healing. It's very interesting. I still haven't quite figured out what's going on, but the person who I've been working with, she says a whole bunch of things, a whole bunch of statements, and she says something like, I want you to know that blah, blah, blah. There's a whole bunch of things, and it's like rapid fire, one after another. Y'all know by now, you've surely discovered that I'm like super into trying anything and everything. I'm like, let's give it a shot. Sounds weird. Okay. Sounds cool. And this theta healing is one of those things that I'm like, sounds cool. Let's give it a try. So she does these things. And then you have a moment where something is like triggered. For me, I can feel it in my body. And I think part of that is just my level of somatic awareness right now. And yesterday, she said, when she was doing one on beliefs around allowing ourselves to do things. And I don't remember the exact phrase that she said, but it was something like, I want you to believe that having fun and being joyful is worthy. And that's not at all actually what she said, but it's very close. It's not at all, but it's very close. And I felt this clench in my jaw, a physical clench in my jaw. And afterward, I was like, okay, I got to know, what the hell was that? My jaw just like clenched up. And she's like, do you have TMJ? And I was like, yes. She's like, interesting, because I have a sense of holding, a visceral holding in my body around feeling joy. And I've done so much around this area, and it's my focus. I'm telling her, I'm like, joy is literally my focus. It's what people say, like, that is what you bring to the world is joy. And I'm like, I know, I love being silly, being goofy. I truly value it. And your mess is your message. I constantly tamp it down. I constantly pull it down. And this has been something that's with me since childhood, that I have always been like, when I feel like I'm having too much fun, too much joy, you got to get serious, Judd. Got to pull it on down. So having fun, being silly, these things completely light me up. I light up when I'm being goofy. My husband and I hope he doesn't mind that I'm telling this story, but we were laying in bed and I was kind of like, I do not wake up well. And he's like, wiggle your body, like just be like silly and just like wiggle your body like a worm. And so we're like laying in bed and we're literally wiggling like worms, and it completely shifted my energy. Now, does wiggling like a worm shift his energy in the morning? No, he was suggesting it because it 100% lights me up. Being a goofball lights me up. When I see my 3-year-old niece being silly the other day, she's running around with this little tight skater outfit on with underwear on the outside of it, and these like silly, like bendy noodle things she had tucked into the underwear that are on the outside of her outfit. And she's running around, and I'm just like dying laughing at this. It just makes me so happy to see her having so much fun being silly. In fact, I guess she told my sister to send that to me and be like, Aunt Jimfer will laugh. Aunt Jimfer will laugh. I'm like, yes, I was definitely laughing. It lights me up. It lights me up. And I ask this question to you: what lights you up? What truly gets you lit up? And this was what we talked about with Jen Roth, because this is what she does. She literally is a coach who helps see people what lights them up. She just watches you and she can help guide you through it. And some of the things that she said were helpful even for ourselves to see, like, what is it that's lighting me up? Like, what makes my face feel lit up? One of the things she pointed out was that when you're tilting your head this way or that, you're not in balance. And when we're having fun, when we're feeling so free and so alive, we're fully in balance. Your head is straight. Even your face will look even more straight from the right side to the left side. I was like, that is freaking fascinating. I hope that all of you have done a little bit of looking at yourself in the mirror after you have a ton of fun, when you're feeling really lit up, versus a day when you're not feeling as such. Really, please do this homework assignment of looking at yourself when you are like so full of joy and love and light, and looking at yourself on one of those days where it's really hard to get out of bed, or when you just left a meeting that felt really particularly hard, and look at the difference on your face. Notice if one eyebrow is higher than the other. Notice the tension, notice the difference in your pupils, like she pointed out, because it shows up in our energy. It shows up in our visceral being when we are not lit up. And when we're aligned with the energy that really lights us up, and the energy that lights me up does not light you up necessarily. Maybe you're into wearing underwear outside of your outfit and putting noodles in it and dancing around. I don't know if that's your thing. That's cool. We're like on the same team. We're noodle dancers. But what lights me up doesn't necessarily light you up. So what are those things? What are those things? And likely, if you're anything like me, for some reason you might have gotten the message that doing too much of those things is too much. It's too much. It's too shiny. It's too bright. It's hurting other people's eyes. At some point along the way, you may have gotten this message. And I want to tell you today, that message is a effing lie. It wasn't true. Whoever, whatever, wherever you heard it, it wasn't intended for you to receive that message in the way that you received it. Somebody might have said something in passing, like we end up receiving this message somehow, some way, because maybe one day we were being a little bit too much with it and we needed to learn how to use it to the best of our capability. However, so many of us who get to the point that I got to, that I'm still working through, right? Human being here working through these things live on a podcast with you. Like, we're all on some spectrum of this, but we've probably received the message and took it too far. We took it too far. And that's okay. Like Jen said, we have a thought. We might not get to choose that initial thought, but now we know that we can choose the next best thought. So when I experience joy and my jaw clenches, and now I notice what's happening here, it's my body rejecting the joy. I get to choose a different thought. I get to choose a different feeling. I get to say, I do get to be joyful. I do get to welcome an abundance of joy into my life. It is valuable to be joyful. Other people find my joy to be valuable. So my question to you, again, what lights you up? What makes you feel so fun and free? What is that thing that if you had all the money in the world, and you still had to work, what would you do? All the money in the world, you still have to work. What would you do? This is such a cool question. And I heard it the other day somewhere, and I honestly don't remember to give credit to this person where I heard this from. Like, that is beautiful because it takes the monetary junk out of it and just puts us into a state of, what do I enjoy doing? So then a follow-up question to that: how does doing that thing make you feel? How do I feel when I imagine myself doing that thing that I'd be so willing to do, not getting paid for it, not out of obligation, simply because I need to be working and contributing in some way. I'm in service. How does it make me feel? Imagine yourself doing it and really feel that. Feel, maybe put some words to it. What emotions are you feeling? Is it joy? Is it happiness? Is it gratitude? Is it fulfillment? Is it fuzzy? Is it warm? Is there a color? Is it orange? Is it yellow? Is it green? Purple? Everything's purple for me. What are you feeling? And then let's take that one step further, simmering with that feeling while you're doing that thing that you'd be so willing to do, that thing that just really, oh man, it lights you up so much that you would be so willing to do it without any kind of money necessities. It's just something that you love doing. Where do you feel those emotions, those sensations, those colors, that texture? Where do you feel it in your body? Where do you feel it in your body? And if you want to do this later, think of the thing, think of how it makes you feel. Where do you feel it in your body? So what you can do to do this exercise is do 3 deep cleansing breaths. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. And then go through this visualization and feel, drop into your body. Where are you feeling it? So those are pockets of light. Those are pockets of goodness. Those are pockets of joy that that's where you hold those feelings in your body. And if you've listened to the joy expansion exercise that I love to talk about, I think I've talked about it in 2 episodes, and you can also download it on my website, jenlist.com. If you get on my email list, you'll get it for free. If you're already on my email list, you can still go get that for free. Just enter your email. And so feeling where that is in your body, expand it. Let it grow. And then you'll be more familiar with that feeling over and over and over. Now, we're human beings with human things. Like I said, with this whole thing in my jaw, I'm like, holy baloney. I just found it's kind of like a treasure hunt sometimes. Like, ooh, I found a good one. So, like as much as you do this kind of stuff, you're still going to uncover things. And the more we start to discover what lights us up, the more we can notice the things that don't light us up, the more we can start to notice the things that are stopping us from fully stepping in to the things that light us up. And if you're really looking from a career standpoint, from a financial standpoint, from a place of stepping into service to others so that you can receive monetary abundance in return for that thing, understanding the thing that lights you up so much that you would be willing to do it even without the income is actually what's going to end up bringing you more and more financial abundance, because people are attracted to joy. People are attracted to enthusiasm. People are attracted to fun. And when you are in a state of joy, enthusiasm, fun, then you're in a state of creativity. And that's when you start to get into service more and more in alignment with the things that other people want and need. So when we take that, I'm just like a little segue into business, into your job, that's how that really applies. So we need to start learning how to feel where our joy is at in our bodies, starting to notice the things that light us up. So just a little, Jen focuses a lot on seeing people, helping people to, understand clearly what are the things that light them up. And then my focus is on a little bit of mindset, but a little bit of the somatic type of thing. So with breath work, I help people come into their body. And that's what I'm doing when learning to offer breath work as a service, is helping you to come into your body, helping you understand what to do once you're in the body with somatic coaching, like we just did here. So with joy, we're helping to expand that. We're memorizing the place where we're feeling it. So I hope this has been supportive. And I just look forward to hearing and seeing from listeners, like, what are the things that light you up? Did this episode help you to identify something new? Did it help to solidify something that you previously knew? Like, what are the things that you identified while listening to this, while going through this exercise, that helped you to maybe see something a little bit more clearly? And that's how, like Jen says, like what she talks about in her podcast is manifesting with clarity. The more we can see ourselves more clearly in the things that light us up, the more we can invite more of that into our lives, which is manifestation, bringing it into our lives, into the present. So it doesn't have to be so hard. Like often we're trying to figure it out. I need to figure out. And I get stuck in this loop hardcore as well. But the way out of that hardcore loop that is not getting us anywhere is joy, is fun, is recognizing the things that light us up. So important. Joy is the strategy. So important. Remember, joy is your strategy for all things in living this lit up life where we're able to manifest the things that we really want to bring into our lives and let go my ego, let go of the things that you do not want, inviting the things in. Leaning into joy is the best way to let go. That is the fastest way to let go, because when you're having fun, you don't give a shit. Now Joey has to consider this podcast explicit because I just said shit. Sorry, Joey. Let go, having fun. That is the best way to let go. Best way to let go. Also, lots of other amazing tools out there. Joy is your strategy. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. I hope you took something away from it. If you did identify something fun and joyful, something different, a little nugget, a little takeaway, I would freaking love to hear about it. Send me a DM. I'm at untetheredjen on Instagram. You can also send me an email, hello@jenlist.com. Would love to hear it. Might even share it on the next podcast episode. If you're willing to share, you can leave me a voice note. You can leave me a message. Would love to hear. If you did enjoy this episode, I encourage you to share it on social media, invite other people to listen to it, and share with them what lights you up. The more we can talk with other people about what lights us up in the world, the more we not only shine our magical unicorn light, but we invite others to shine theirs as well. So friend, keep shining that magical unicorn light, and I'll see you next time. Bye.